was silent, you still heard me breathe. You still heard me. There was a night I stopped praying because the words were gone and the tears were too heavy to name. I sat in the dark where even the moon forgot to shine, and I told you nothing. Yeah, you answered just the same. Your presence was a whisper in the quiet room, a warmth beneath the ache, a hand unseen but known. And in that stillness, I learned that silence isn't distance. It's how you speak when my voice is gone. When my heart was silent, you still knew my pain. You counted every teardrop, you called me by my name. When my heart was silent, you still drew near, turning empty echoes into songs I hear. I tried to fix the pieces, but they slipped through my hands. Every prayer felt broken, too fragile to stand. But you never asked for perfect, you just asked for real. And in my shattered spirit, your mercy did heal. You spoke through the quiet, you moved through my fears, and the peace I had forgotten came rushing through my tears. Now I see the beauty that grows in pain's refrain. Even in my silence, your love remains. When my heart was silent, you still knew my pain. You counted every teardrop, you called me by my name. When my heart was silent, you still drew near, turning empty echoes into songs I hear. Even when I had no words, you still heard. Even when I couldn't sing, you still came. All the silence, love remained. When my heart was silent, you still knew my pain. You counted every teardrop, you called me by my name. When my heart was silent, you still drew near, turning broken silence into hope I hear. When my heart was silent, you still heard me breathe. I fell so far, but not beyond your reach. The hands that held me still hold me. I remember the fall, the sudden quiet, the crash, the way my strength dissolved like glass. I thought I had to stand alone to prove my faith was strong, but you were there beneath me all along. When fear became my pillow and doubt became my friend, you caught me in the mercy I could not comprehend. Every breath I lost, you gave back twice in grace, and every scar you touched became a sacred place. The hands that held me never let go, even when I drifted far below. The hands that held me carried my pain and brought me back to life again. In the nights I questioned everything I've known. You traced my name in kindness across the stone. You pulled me from the silence, taught my heart to beat, turned my broken story into something sweet. Your grip was never heavy but steady as the sea, reminding me that faith begins when I'm too weak to see. And now I walk with peace that doesn't need to show, because I've been touched by hands that won't let go. The hands that held me never let go, even when I drifted far below. The hands that held me carried my pain and brought me back to life again.
Lost in sorrow began to rise again. You don't rebuild in haste, you build with holy care. And every broken corner became a place of prayer. Grace in the ruin, mercy in the flame. You turn my loss to living, you write hope in my name. But you saw more than rubble, you saw a tender heart. You planted faith in dust and watered it with tears. And from the ground of sorrow, new life appears. Now I walk among the ruins with reverence, not despair. For grace has built a temple, and you are dwelling there. Every scar a window, every wound a door, where light pours in and darkness is no more. Grace in the ruin, mercy in the flame. You turn my loss to a living, you write hope in my name. Grace in the ruins, beauty born of pain. Your hands restore what love remains. You build with mercy, stone by stone. Grace in the ruin, making me whole. From ashes to glory again I rise. All voices, grace in the ruins, shadow, through every tear. Love that never left, my faithful friend. You were there from start to end. Was there from start to end. I chased approval, lost my way. Thought worth was something earned someday, but grace was waiting all along, singing mercy's quiet song. When I was faithless, you were true. When I was empty, you broke through. And now my soul can finally rest, held by love that never left. Love that never left still holds me near, through every shadow, through every tear. Love that never left, my faithful friend. You were there from start to end. There from start to end. When I was lost, you found me. You found me. You crowned through my shame, through my regret. All voices, you're the love that never left. Love that never left still holds me near, through every shadow, through every tear. Love that never left, my faithful friend. You were there from start to end. Love that never left, still here. Love that never left. Love that never left. Love that never left, still here. Love that never left. Love that never left. Love that never left. Love that never left. Love that from sorrow's soil, new joy was raised. Tears turn to praise. Tears turn to praise. There were nights when pain was all I knew, when prayers felt empty and faith fell through. But every tear that touched the ground was counted by the love I found. You never wasted what I cried. You turned the ache I tried to hide. And somewhere in the middle of my reign, you planted seeds that grew from pain. Tears turned to praise, beauty from my pain. You lift me from the ashes, you make me sing again. Tears turn to praise, mercy lights my way. Your joy is born where sorrow used to stay. The night once whispered loss and shame, but dawn arrived with your new name. The same lips that trembled with despair now shout your goodness everywhere. The hurt became a hymn of grace, a sacred echo time can't erase. And now I see the rain I feared was heaven watering what I'd revered. Oh, tears turn to praise, beauty from my pain. You lift me from the ashes, you make me sing again. Tears turn to praise, mercy lights my way. Your joy is born
took the long way home, but grace was waiting at the door. Home again, home again, home again. I ran with pride through distant lands, chasing shadows with empty hands. The lights were bright, but love was dim, and every wind still felt like sin. I sold my peace for fleeting fame, forgot my song, forgot your name. But even when I turned away, you never stopped lighting my way. Home again, you call my name, through all my guilt, through all my shame. Home again, your arms remain, mercy running faster than my pain. Oh, the road was long, the night was deep, the fields were dry, my soul lost sleep. But I saw the firelight in the hills, a father waiting, love that heals. No word could form, no excuse to speak, just tears on my face and knees gone weak. Yet before I could explain my fall, you ran to me, you forgave it all. Home again, you called my name, through all my guilt, through all my shame. Home again, your arms remain, mercy running faster than my pain. When I was lost, you found me. When I was gone, you crowned me. Even when I broke your heart, all voices, you still called me home again, home again. You called my name, through all my guilt, through all my shame. Home again, your arms remain, mercy running faster than my pain. I took the long way home, but I'm home again, home again, home again. Even when the night won't end, I still believe, still believe. There were prayers I prayed that never came true, doors that stayed closed, though I begged you to move. But in the silence, something grew, a faith that breathes when sight won't do. I learned that trust is not a sound, it's standing firm on shaking ground. And though I walk through shadows deep, my heart still sings what angels keep. Still I believe when I can't see. Your hand is near, your grace holds me. Still I believe when dreams must die, faith remains, though answers high. I've wrestled with your promise, I've shouted at the sky, I've asked you where you're hiding and heard no reply. But even through the aching, I felt your quiet peace, not in thunder's power, but in the small release. I saw you in the waiting, I felt you in the pain, and every time I doubted, you whispered my name. The light doesn't vanish, it just learns to glow unseen, and faith becomes the fire where I lean. Still I believe when I can't see, when I can't see. Your hand is near, your grace holds me. Still I believe when dreams must die, faith remains, though
not made of stone. I'm just a heart of clay. Heart of clay, still in your hands today. You shaped me once from dust and bread, and even now you mend my mess. The cracks I hide, the lines I fear, you see them all, yet hold me near. I've broken under pressure, bent beneath the flame, but every time I shatter, you rebuild the same. You never toss the pieces that fail to fit your plan. You sculpt my soul with mercy, the patience of your hand. This heart of clay will bend, not break. Your love restores what time can't take. Through every storm, through every strain, you press my heart and call it change. Whoa. Keep spinning slow and sure. Your fingerprints on every scar and door. Sometimes I wish for harder stone, but stone can't feel and clay is my home. You breathe into my weakness, you shape me with your grace, and even in the fire I see your face. For you are not ashamed to start again, to mold me till my cracks become a hymn. This heart of clay will bend, not break. Your love restores what time can't take. Through every storm, through every strain, you press my heart and call it change. Break me, Lord, if you must. I'm clay in your trust. Shape me again till faith is formed. Till faith is formed. All voices in the potter's love. I'm reborn. This heart of clay will bend, not break. Your love restores what time can't take. Through every storm, through every strain, you press my heart and call it change. I'm not made of stone. I'm still in your hands. Part of hands. I'm not thought of stone. I'm still in your hands. Morning broke the silence of my sorrow song. Light has come, I belong. I've walked through valleys where the night was deep, where faith was fragile and dreams fell asleep. But grace kept burning, a flame unseen, guiding my steps where hope had been. And now I stand on mercy's hill. The wound's still real, but my heart is still. For every tear that marked my face was just a path where light found space. This is where the light finds me, between the loss and what will be. This is where the light breaks through, shining mercy's golden hue. Not because I
mercy's golden hue. Not because I've earned the day, but because your love refused to fade away. The light found me, even here, even here. Even here. Oh, there's peace in my wounds, not pain anymore. Peace in my wounds. Whoa. I used to hide the scars you see, afraid of what they said of me. But now I trace them with my head. They tell the story you had planned. Each mark of mercy, each ache a song, proof that grace was there all along. The places where I broke apart became the home you built in my heart. There's peace in my wounds, healing in pain. You turn my sorrow into strength again. Whoa, there's peace in my wounds. I finally see the cross you carry was carried for me. You never promised life without the aid, but you promised beauty the darkness can't take. The same nails that tore your skin opened the door that let hope in. Now I wear my story with holy pride, not as a victim but sanctified. For every wound I tried to hide has become the place where love resides. There's peace in my wounds, healing in pain. You turn my sorrow into strength again. Oh, there's peace in my wounds. I finally see the cross you carry was carried for me. In every scar I see your grace. Peace in my wound, only place. In every tear, redemption blooms. Your peace now lives within my wound. There's peace in my wounds, healing in pain. You turn my sorrow into strength again. Oh, there's peace in my wounds. I finally see the cross you carry was carried for me. Oh, there's peace in my wounds. Peace in my wounds. Even when I ran away, your love still found a way. Never too far, never too far. I walked through shadows thick with doubt, where faith felt gone and hope burned out. I tried to hide beneath my shame, but you kept whispering my name. The miles I made in fear and pride, you crossed them all to reach my side. And when I thought I lost your heart, you showed me I was never apart. I was never too far, never too gone. Your mercy followed me all along. This is the song for my healing, where pain meets peace and silence sings. My healing, my healing, my healing. I carried years of echoes deep, of words that cut, of nights with no sleep. But even there, beneath the ache, your gentle hands began to shake. You turned my sighs to melody, my fear to fragile harmony. And every scar, once wild and raw, became the lines of who you saw. This is the song for my healing, written in the tears I cry. You turned my mourning into meaning. Your mercy never lied. This is the song for my healing, the sound of grace reborn. You made my broken heart a home and called it yours. You didn't rush the mending time. You stayed until my soul aligned. You taught me pain could be refined, that every loss could still be kind. Now peace flows through what used to break, a gentle river for your sake. I don't need all the answers clear, just to know you're always here. This is the song for my healing, written in the tears I cry. You turn my mourning into meaning. Your mercy never lied. This is the song for my healing, the sound of grace reborn. You made my broken heart a home and called it yours. Through the pain I found my song. Healing came, it took so long. Through the night your peace remained. All voices now my soul will sing again. This is the song